Hey everyone, I'm back. I thought I'd try a different video this time. So, I am in doing paracord bracelets for just over a year now. I started back in 2018 in November. I actually got all my stuff in the summer of that year. And just started learning a new weave called the fishtail. I just started doing a double fishtail like this. This one's a little different. Um, I have this one here that I just did for someone who used to work at our local pastry brewing place here in Etna, California, and I thought that one turned out rather well. That was a double weave, double fishtail weave. He wanted blue and black, as you can see. This one is two different kind of blues. You got a solid light blue, like a sky blue, and then you've got like a blue and white. So that's another way I've tried the double fishtail, and I'm going to show you how to do that with two different colors. Probably not the ideal colors, but just to give you an idea. So this is a rainbow paracord that I'm going to try and use with like a soft mint. I know it may come out blue when you watch it, but it's actually a very soft mint. Make sure you have your jig. These things are great. If you know of someone who can make you one that'll go longer than what this is, so I can get it undone. There we go. If you know someone who can make yours longer than 12 inches, great. I bought mine up in Oregon with all my paracord. Most of my paracord anyway. The majority of my paracord is all from paracordgalaxy.com. They are an online store to get all your paracord needs. All my buckles, as you can see, these are all my different buckles. I have huge. I've got a medium size. Throw it back at myself. I have a tiny one, and I have the standard clip that everyone uses. I will be working with this one today. I'm actually running out of that one. Again, you can get these clips as well of any size at paracordgalaxy.com. There are other paracord websites out there that you can go to, but that's the one I use. If you have a place to keep your unused paracord that you have clipped off after making your bracelet or whatever, you can use something like a Tide Pod container or whatever else you've got. Those are all my scraps. Hard to believe. But that's just from just over a year's worth, and I'm still making them. So let's put this on here. Now I need to get a bigger one, and I managed to find one at walmart.com. It goes longer, I think about 36 inches. So I will be looking into that one eventually. What else do I need? I think that was it. Oh, make sure you have a tape measure. Always make sure you got a tape measure so you can measure it out, how long paracord you need. I go about 8.5 feet long. Make sure you've got a lighter to burn the ends so they don't fray. It looks really bad. And don't just use any regular scissors. I would use like fabric scissors, which is what I'm using here. If you use like everyday scissors like this, eventually your everyday scissors are gonna get dull, and you're gonna have to sharpen them. Fabric scissors, get them. So, Here, I'm gonna... I know I shouldn't. A Sprite. I know I shouldn't. I just recently did a craft fair 30 miles from me in Wairika, California. That was an all-day thing. And that was fun. I do enjoy doing the craft fairs. I may not do the little ones because it's kind of hard to do. It kind of takes time out of my day. So, I mean the big ones do too, but I'm more likely to get more people with the big ones than I am the little ones. I'm also going to be doing the summer festival that we have here in Etna. We've got two that go on. We have the Jammin' on Main, which is in, I think, June. And then we have our Far North Music Festival. That is, I believe, in July or August. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, now I've undid my mint-colored paracord. I'm going to measure out how many feet I need for this. Let's see here. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to make sure we have plenty. So let's go 8 feet. Always make sure that you grab a hold of where you're going to cut, so you know where you're going to cut at, because you don't want to remeasure it. So I cut it. I got 2 separate pieces here. So now I'm going to burn both ends. If you have little kids that are doing this, make sure to have a parent or guardian help you with the burning of the ends. It can be dangerous. And let's see. So I got one end I'm using. This other end I'm going to fold up and I'm going to put away, because I don't need it right now. I'll have to... Okay. I wish I could go live. I'd rather be live doing this, but that's okay. Now I folded this up really small, so it's easier to stick in the baggie. Small, you know, after I've cut like small amounts, I fold them up this small so I can put them in a baggie. Unlike 100 feet. When it gets to where I hardly have any left, then it goes in a baggie, or I just discard it in my container. So, okay, that's one. Now we're going to undo this one, see how many feet I can get out of this one. Hopefully the same. I don't always get about the same when I'm cutting the cord. Sometimes it comes out a little shorter by the time I'm done with the bracelet. So, and it does happen. So if you get frustrated and have to tear it apart and redo it, and you get the same result where it's short and you can't finish it off, well, you know, that does happen. I get that a lot with mine. So, it's a great hobby for kids, adults, you know. So, see this right here? I can't use this. I can't really use this at all. This is probably about, let's see exactly, it is, not even 3 feet yet. It's 31 inches. I can't even use that. So, I'm going to discard it in here. I have some where I've discarded that are this long. So this goes right in here with all the rest. No, sorry. I'm not used to doing a how-to video. So please bear with me. I just did an unboxing of my Raise Energy by Rep Sports. Love the stuff. I'm not just saying that because I did a video on it. Now see here, I have perfectly even here, not so even here. And it is all the way even through up until here. So what I do is I'll cut some of this off. I'll probably go just a little further than that. I did probably about just a little bit. I cut off this much so I can make sure it's even on both ends. So now I'm going to remeasure it and see make sure it's perfectly even. Even here at the beginning here. Go all the way through. And pretty close. Not the best, but it's good enough. Now what we're going to do is, and I don't recommend sticking scissors through it, but I do because I can't find the tool I use. You're going to take one of them, and you're going to make sure they're even at both ends here. You're going to take one of your strands, and you're going to stick it in at this one right there. So it's going to go in here the best you can. If you can't get through there without sticking something in there to make sure it goes through, then I would suggest there is a tool you can use for this. I prefer using the scissors because I know it'll get through there easier. They're thinner. Don't put a knot in it yet because you're going to be putting the other one through. So now I got that one. And here we go. I'm going to make sure to even it out at both ends. See? They're right at both ends. And you got this. And you're going to split this right here, just like that. The best you can anyway. And you're going to put this through the middle if you can. It is a tight fit. It does happen where it's tight because you've got two 550 paracord strands going through. So by the time you get this one in there, if I can get it in there without hurting myself. Sometimes I have a pain. Sometimes it's a pain. I think I got it. I think. Yep. There we go. Whoops. That happens. You're trying to get through and you drop it. That does happen. There we go. Make sure it's even. There we go. And now you're going to grab through. Grab these. Now it's going to look like 4 strands because you've got two paracords through here. Now, I would suggest a 550 and a 330. Something like... Okay. Something like this one right here. You could do that with the... It's like you could do 550 with like a 330. That would be the best bet. I like to do it with both 550. It just makes it that much easier for me. Okay, come on. What's the problem here? Okay. Come on. Sometimes it's a pain to get it through. I don't always want to cooperate once you've got the knot in. And that does happen. Let's put this one through here if we can. There we go. If anyone is interested in my bracelets, I'm not as good as some of them out there, But you think after a year, a little over a year, I'd be better. But unfortunately, I'm not. But that's okay. I am fine with taking my time and learning some new knots. I am subscribed to a Facebook page. And they're based out of Utah. They're paracord enthusiasts. Yes, I really said enthusiasts. What else is there? They show great things that they've done. Some have even made little figures out of paracord. And I'm like, very cool. Wish I could be that creative and that talented. But I'm on a very long road. It's going to be a very long journey. So that's fine. I'd rather, learn at my own pace. But I do have a Facebook page for my paracord business. It's called MT's Paracord Bracelets and More. I am the owner and operator. So now that I've got it through this other end, and I'm going to try and show you if I can. Here we go. Gonna try. No guarantee I'll be able to. Let's see if I can. Probably not. At least not up close. Let me see. I might be able to. Let's see what I can do here. I want people to see up close of what I'm doing, but I don't want it to where people can so I got my 2 strands on each side. As you can see, I got here, I got right here. So I'm going to wrap it around this way, bring it over. Now I'm going to take the one under here, and I'm going to wrap it around, bring it over. Now when I go to do the fishtail, I'm going to bring it in between both, right here, just like that. Bring it through. And you want to make sure you want to hold it as tight as possible. I know, and sometimes your bracelet will end up getting loose by the time you're about halfway through. I'm doing a small one, a small double strand, for what my son calls the purse protector. I make those as well for those ladies who stick their purses in the shopping cart when they're grocery shopping. You'll have something to protect your purse with, instead of having to take it with you every time you leave your cart at the beginning or the end of an aisle, and you don't want to have to take your purse with you. But if you've got someone to watch it while you're shopping, great. But this also helps for if you're shopping and someone comes along and tries to take your purse while you're shopping. It does. I'm sure it happens wherever you people are at. It's not a common. I wouldn't really say it's a common occurrence. I'm sure it does happen. It just, I think, depends on where you're at. Now, see, I got a nice double fishtail here. I might do another one like the blue one that you saw. Excuse me. And hopefully this one comes out good. This one should. Now, I know I used only about 8 feet, but you want to make sure you've got plenty. Scoot it up as you're doing it, so you've got room. Scoot what you've done so far up. It's hard to keep it tight when you're trying to. Oops, wait a minute. Oopsie, there we go. When you're trying to keep it. When you're trying to do your bracelet. I have a hard time. I'm still learning this one. I actually like this one but it's just as good as the basic. I believe it's called a Solomon knot. I'm not sure. But I've seen a lot of people make some really cool ones. Oops. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, people. Here we go. Here we go. Back. Here we go. So, then we come down here. So, just basically continue where, what you're doing. Let me get out of the way here. I keep bumping it. And once you get to the end, I'll show you what you can do with it. No, I'm not snorting drugs, people, in case you ask. I don't do that. And please no negative comments about how I sound and whatnot. I may be female, but I don't have a female voice. I get it. And no negative comments about how I look either. I happen to like how I look. So anyway, once you've got that, if you can go one more time through, great. If you can't, I'll show you what you can do afterward. So like, I'm able to stick this through, but I gotta do individual when I get to that point. So here we go, I'm gonna get this through here. Okay, so here goes this. Now I gotta do the same thing again, so I'm gonna pull this over here. So it's gonna be, so I can pull it through. And if I can, it might be a little bit tight right here, just because of, there we go, because it's at the very end. I'm also going to show you how to do the basic knot as well. That's what started me. So after you're done, you can like do the same things I did up at the top, where you can wrap it around here like this, and then go around the other direction like so. Make sure it's tight, as tight as you can get it anyway. And then I would suggest unbuckling it, at least the one end, so you can tie it. Now you can just do a regular one tie just around it. You can wrap it around and then tie it with one knot. Only because it's going to be... Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Nope, here we go. There we go. Now, once you get done... I know, it's not the best. I'm still learning. You can squeeze it to get it how you want it. If you want to make it better. Make sure it's tight. Pull it. Make sure it's tight. Now I've got a knot here in the back. Just like that. There we go. Oh, don't want to lose my jig. Don't want it landing on me. So, once you've got your knot at the end, then you'll want to clip it. So like I've got this excess, so I'm going to clip that off. Get close to the knot as you can without actually doing the knot. Actually clipping the knot. Cut it. See how close I am to the knot? That's about how close you want to be to it. Cut it. Make sure to burn them. Burn the ends. Blow it off. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Remember, get as close to it as possible. It's like this. Here, there we go. So like that, right there. And there we go. That. And then we're going to burn these ends here. And now have a purse security. I also have a purse security in all purple. I've got one. Oh, there goes Foxy. in the pink camo. If anyone, any female hunters out there like the camo. I also have a pretty blue one too. I also have like a blue camo type. Hard to see, a little blurry, but yeah, I got that one in there. The ones on my wrist, all these ones, and this one are for sale as well. If you want to go to my Facebook page, it is MT's Paracord Bracelets and More on Facebook. If you're interested in certain colors, please message me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Unfortunately, I don't take plastic. So you'll have to send a check. It's until I can get established more. Sorry. I do take checks. Just make sure everything is up to date. I also have a web page on Wix. That's Wix.com of MT's Paracord Bracelets and More. And so, again, if you're interested in any bracelets... Oh, and I also do dog collars. Or if you have a cat. So, and now I'm going to show you how to do the basic one. Oh, I can't put these back where they were. Give me 1 minute. I will... What? Where's a good color? You know what? I'll just do blue. It's right here. Okay, so I'm going to do the basic weave with a blue. Just solid blue. I think I'm going to do one with the tiny one. With this one. Okay, I'm going to put these up on here, on my jig. Okay, so we're going to measure out how much we need. I think I'm going to make just a regular bracelet out of this one. So I'm going to, instead of it being 6 inches by the time I'm done, I think I'm going to go about just between 7.5 and 8. There we go. I'm going to unwrap this so I can do here. Let's see, where's the... Oh, there it is. So we're gonna just pull out a bunch on this. Okay, sometimes it will get all tangled up like that. Just be patient, don't throw it around, and hope you can put it back together afterward. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a pain. Where's the... Oh, it's over here. Of course it is. Of course it comes over the other end. Okay, so I'm going to measure out what I have out right now. Hopefully I have enough. I should. Doesn't mean I will. And if I don't, then I'll just undo this and I will pull out more. So where's my tape measure? Here it is. Like I said, always have a tape measure. And we're going to grab from this end, and we're going to stick it here. Hold it tight. And we're going to measure out how much I've got here. Let's see, here's 4, 5, 6, 7. I have just over 8 feet here. I'm going to bring it to about at 102 inches, which is just over 8 feet. Here we go. Cut it. And like I say, if you've got kids that are into doing this, make sure you help them with the cutting and the melting of the ends with the lighter. I don't want to hear that someone had hurt themselves because they watched one of my videos and wasn't paying attention. So, make sure we got ends are exactly the same. Got our knot, well, our loop rather. Now with the little ones, you can put it at either end, which is nice. I'm gonna put it over here at this end if I can. Sometimes I have to take the clip off just to get it in there. Make sure I get it in right. Okay. Make our loop here. Now I've been making the standard Solomon knot for quite a while. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. But I got into doing the fishtail just recently. So I have to train my brain to learn a lot of different things. So we've got it on there. And if you notice, I'm just between 7 and 8 inches. Or I'm sorry, 7.5 and 8 inches. We're gonna pull it, make sure it's tight. Let's see here. Now watch. So we're gonna bring this through here. Bring it up and over. We're going to tie it. And we're going to bring it up and over. And we'll bring this one underneath. It's kind of like doing knots, really. So then we're going to bring this one underneath. And up and over. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Nope, I'm right. Sometimes I mess up. This one goes on top. And this one will go underneath and through. And you're going to continue doing that every which way. So one time you'll go under like here and go through the top. And then sometimes you'll be going on top and taking the other one and putting it through from the bottom. And you'll just continue doing that until you got your bracelet done. Now I'm a little bit quicker with this one than I am with the fishtail. I'm still learning that one. And I hope to be just as... Now see here. See here. See how I messed up right there? That happens when you forget which way you need to go. So you'll just undo that and you'll bring this down underneath and through. And then here. Like I said, I'm a bit quicker with this one. Whoop. Mess up again. That's okay. Now, for Scott Valley Junior High here in Etna, California, I made the whole 8th grade class bracelets. Their theme was, they had a Hawaiian theme for their final dance. And so I made, I had what they call a lava flow paracord, so I made those for them. And, you know, I don't know if I would have charged the school, I don't know if they would have done it. But I figured, you know what, it's, you know, how often are they going to get something like that? You know, yeah, their parents will probably buy them something for graduation or whatever. But how often does a parent give a whole class a paracord bracelet? I thought, you know, I'm gonna eat my losses on that one, which is fine. Totally fine with that. And so, you know, it's the paracord is actually pretty cheap. That's even before taxes and shipping. It cost me about almost $5 to for 100 feet of paracord from Paracord Galaxy. And so about total about $10 for 100 feet. That's actually not bad. So you're looking at like, you know, about $5 per 50 feet. You know, which is actually not bad. I've got all sorts of different colors. Popular one is this one right here. This is the breast cancer awareness. That one's been really real popular. I've also got thin blue line for those that are police officers. Afghan vets. If you've been overseas to Afghanistan, I've got Paracord for that one. I've got autism awareness Paracord. Now I'm big on the different things out there. I totally support our men and women in the military, our men and women in fire, EMT, and police. Which is why if you're any of those, you get a discount. They're normally $6.50 for a single strand, and then like 13 plus tax. There's $6.50 plus tax for a single strand like this one. 13 plus tax for a double strand like this one. So if you get a single strand and you are police, fire, EMT, or military, I will knock $2 off. And so here we go, I'm down at the very end. I'm going to add one more knot to it, if I can. Oops, wrong way. So let's go back, we'll go underneath. And then there. I always add an extra knot on top just to make sure it's secure. And here's our regular Solomon knot. At least I think that's what it's called. And see how we got the excess left over? So we're going to snip. And where's my lighter? Here it is. We're gonna burn the ends here. I can't stress this enough. If you have kids that are wanting to do this, please, adults, make sure they are being supervised when using sharp scissors and a lighter. Let's snip this one. And now we have a finished bracelet. How about that? I hope you enjoyed this little video. And if you have any questions or would like more info, please go to MT's Paracord Bracelets and More on Facebook, or go to Wix.com, that is Wix.com, and you can also look for MT's Paracord Bracelets and More there for any inquiries on prices or custom orders as well. And if you've got a big group like a church group or even a class, I do group rates as well. My name is Tammy Drudge. Have a nice day. Bye.